Alrighty, hi everyone. Welcome back. I'm going to go into my Pinterest board and see if something sparks my interest. I found one that I kind of like. I'm going to go into my Tangle patterns. This one I just found that I think is interesting. It's called Unico. And basically in a grid, you're going to draw an S. I've lost. Oh, it's on the floor. Wheel poop. Okay, use the big one. You're going to draw an S curve. And then on this side of the S curve, you're going to follow going this way. But then on this side of the S curve, you're going to follow going this way. So it looks like that. And then when you put them together in a grid, depending on how you do your S's, looks like they went horizontal, vertical, horizontal, vertical. So every other one, they did horizontal and vertical. You can get, with this one, they're all going the same. Oh, these ones are all going vertical. These ones are all going horizontal, and these ones are switching it up, and I like it switched up like that. So we're going to do this down here, and that's what we're going to do. Turn on a light. That will help. Grab myself a piece of paper. I think a square one. Not purple. We just did a purple. Let's do a whatever this is. Pink. Okay. Pink is good. I need a pen. How could I have lost my pen? I was just sitting here, not doing anything. Where's my pen? What the... But I have pens, but not the one I want. Where's my number 2? There's a 7 and a 5. And a brush. But where'd my number 2 pen go? Did I drop that on the floor too? How could I have lost a pen? Under my calendar. Found it. We're professionals here. If you like my professionalism, like and subscribe down below so you can have a chance to win one of my artworks once we hit 30,000 subscribers. That's my goal for this month, hopefully, maybe. We'll see. And let's see. Do like that. Okay. We're just going to draw that into squares. But yeah, once I get to 30,000 subscribers, I'm going to do a giveaway. So if you're not yet subscribed, please hit that subscribe button so we can get some viewership going and I can do my giveaway. Okay, I'm going to do the S shape. Every other one. Vertical and horizontal. I'm just going to do it first. Turn it. Because that will give me a pattern that I like. Just like that. Then I'm going to come up here again and I'm going to get them all connected to this. Like that. Just like that. I'm not being overly particular with how these come out, as long as they're all starting in the same part of that S and there's sort of an aura. That's all I care about. This is going to be a quick and easy one because the sun has come out and I really want to just go enjoy the day. I have today off. Going to enjoy myself. Gonna work? I think so. I'm a little got more strands than I did at the beginning. So I may come up here, put an extra one in there, a couple of places just to get them more consistent, just like that. That's interesting. I just noticed on their sample. Huh. They didn't have it all come to that spot on their sample. But that's how it is on their step out. Their step out and their sample doesn't match. FYI. We're going by the step out. Step out had them all connected to that one end of the S. I need a question. I need a question. Let's do a yellow one. Those are supposed to be spicy. Were you ever teased at school and for what? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Our family did not have gobs of money. We were comfortable enough, but we were definitely on the lower end of the economic scale, especially for the town I lived in. The town I lived in was very upscale. We moved from a neighboring town that was not as upscale to a town where it wasn't unusual for homes to have, big lots with swooping curved driveways and 2 or 3 story homes. Not unusual, right? And we lived in a modest, what was originally I think it was always a 3-bedroom, modest bungalow type house that originally just had a living room The original floor plan of this house was like this. It had a large sort of a living room, dining room. The dining room was here, the living room was there. It had hallway, a hallway here. That's not quite right. Oh, that's not right at all. Living room. Hallway. Bathroom. Big bedroom. Smaller bedroom. Small bedroom. Laundry area. Kitchen. Living, dining was here. That was the original floor plan of the house. Small bedroom, little bit bigger bedroom, one bathroom, laundry. This bedroom had a small bathroom attached. I think this was supposed to originally be the primary bedroom bathroom, because it had its own bathroom, but this was a bigger room. So my parents had this room, my sister had this room, I had the one over here. There was the main bath here, and a living room, dining room here, and the kitchen. Small. And then somewhere along the way, before we had the house, somebody put a wall here. This was the back porch, and it became the family room. So, but it was still a very small home, small backyard, and literally right. The freeway was on the next street over. So we were right up against the highway. It was loud. It was a neighborhood nobody wanted to live in, and the houses were tiny. And so the people who lived there were the less fortunate in our town, as opposed to those who lived up the hill where the mansions were, or down on the big double drive. Yeah, there were a lot of apartments and things in the area, but it was a more affluent area than where we had started from. Now this one needs to be more of a into here kind of a thing. It still kind of comes. More like that. Kind of like that. But anyways, I was teased quite a bit for my clothing, because where most of these kids bought their clothes at the mall, at the most fancy stores back in the early 70s, they went to the Gap and had name brands. Many of my clothes came from Kmart or the thrift store back in the day before thrifting was a cool thing to do. And quite often my hair would be disheveled because I had some issues with my very, very curly hair, and my hair would tangle. You would look at it sideways and it would tangle. It was awful. But I liked my long hair. I didn't want to cut my hair, because that was a traumatic experience one year when my hair got cut short, and I hated it. It was awful. And so I always wanted to keep my hair long, but my long hair would tangle. I would get teased something awful for my hair that wouldn't stay still, my clothes that were always out of fashion, never quite fit properly, because they were either hand-me-downs or, like I said, from the thrift store. So they never quite fit quite properly. Or my mom would just make us clothes, which I thought was cool, but many people did not. Because we lived in a place where you should have the money to pay for designer stuff. And we just didn't. Do I regret my upbringing? Absolutely not, because it made me who I am. But I'm very sensitive to people who denigrate others. It makes me a kinder person because I went through that experience. This is very meditative. Very meditative. Are they perfect? No. Is it fun? Absolutely. Could I go slower and be more methodical? Absolutely. But I'm doing what feels best for my hand at this moment. It's starting to cramp, which means I'm holding my pen too tight, which is not good. I like this swirliness, this movement of this pattern. What was it called? I've forgotten already. My phone. I am swiping my screen to unlock. Annoying. Unico. UNICO. We're gonna shade. I think. Okay, let's smudge that, see what happens. Is that good? Do we need to go the other way as well? No, I don't think so. I think it needs... I don't know what it needs. It needed to be on a slightly different color so I could get some highlights in there. I don't know if I can get any highlights in there. Let's try it with the pen. See if highlights will work. Guess that they do. Not really. You don't really see them, but I've got to keep going now because I started. So we'll just pop a few on there just to give them that highlight. If you see it up close, you can see it, but doesn't really make much difference on screen because my piece of paper is too light in color. It's a pink, but it's barely a pink, so it's not really giving that contrast that you really need to put highlights on. Push down on my pen, get that ink to flow. One more row. There we go. That does it. Good enough. I don't know if you can really see. I feel like it needs more contrast. Do I need darker pencil? Maybe. Let's try a deeper pencil here. Let's go for more. Let's give it more. Yeah, I can already tell that's going to be better. Needs more. You really just need that contrast to give your piece some dimension, some life, some movement. When it's all just kind of gray, it's kind of blah. Contrast is what you want in a piece. Oh, that's better. Okay, that's what it needed. Needed some more contrast. All right, you guys have a great day. Have a wonderful weekend. This is going to be on the 24th of February. So this is a Friday. Have a great Friday. Go out and do something nice for someone today. Make the world a better place, one person at a time. I will see you in a couple of days. Yeah. Go out and be nice for the world. Let's make the world a better place. And I will see you later. Bye-bye.